Live from the campus of DHS here on the DAF Media Network. It's Varsity Boys Baseball. Today we have the Staples Records facing off against the Darien Blue Wave. Hello everyone, I'm Ted Brennan. Alongside me, no one today, as we might be joined by a couple special guests. We'll see as the broadcast goes on. Quick shout out to our production crew. We got Sarah Bogdan directing, Jack Blanky, camera one, and Damian Andrew overseeing the entire operation. Staples Baseball comes into this 13-2, 10-1 in the FCAC. They're coming in on a 2-game win streak, beating Staples, beating Staples 11-1, and then beating Ridgefield 2-0. Their coach is Jack McFarland. As for the Wave, they're 11-5, 9-4 in the FCAC. They're looking to get back on track after their 5-game win streak was snapped. They won against New Canaan, putting them back on the right course. Coach Michael Scott is in his 11th year with Darien.
Third baseman, number 7, Mac McLean. Batting second, shortstop, number 11, Henry Williams.
As we take a look here at the Darien lineup.
In right field, number 2, Devin Kippett.
Courtesy of
batting cleanup today,
Mr. Sweeney of
13,
DHS.
Drake. On the mound, number 40. Number 22, Jack Gordon. DHing today, number 18, Nicky Briganti. Catching, batting 8th, number 14, Ben Olson. Batting 9th, playing second. And in center field today, number 4, Aaron Sears. I ask everyone to please rise to honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
We'll take a moment for the national anthem.
Gentlemen, to please remove your caps.
Jack, go to the flag. It's over by the station.
Here we go, here we go.
This should be a good matchup today as Chad Knight, the Duke commit, the senior, will take the wave for the take the mound for the Wreckers. And as for the Wave, James Lewis will start. He's going to Finlandia to play college ball, D3 school. Starting lineup today for the opposing Wreckers. Batting leadoff, number 27, Chad Knight. As I mentioned, he'll pitch today. Second baseman, number 7, Drew Rogers. Number 1, the right fielder, Zach Zobel. DHing, hitting cleanup, number 9, Harry Azadian. Number 6, center fielder, Adam Petro. Number 3, James D'Amico in left field. Number 15, Andrew Moy at shortstop. Number 2, Chris Veneruso at third base. And batting in the 9 hole, number 13, Blake Lawrence. He'll play first base. Ben Shatman, number 11, will catch, but will not hit today. As we take a look at the Wave, around the diamond, going from left to right. Jack Gordon, number 22, will start in left field. In center field, number 4, Aaron Sears. And in right field, number 2, Devin Kippett will be in right. Around the infield, number 7, Mac McLean will play third. Number 11, Henry Williams will play short. At second base, number 5, Alex Stevens. At first base, number 13, Carson Drake. Behind the plate, big body of number 14, Ben Olson. And then number 40, James Lewis, will grab the start for the Wave. Henry Williams and Chad Knight will go from opponents to teammates next year. Both are Duke commits, and they will take their senior season to play as opponents. And then off to Duke they go. Number 27, Chad Knight, will lead it off for the Wreckers. And Lewis gets the first strike of the game. Darien coming off of a key win. They won against New Canaan in their Friday matchup. Senior Henry Williams pitched a complete game shutout, only allowing 2 hits. He had 13 strikeouts in that game. Just an incredible performance from him. Knight down 0-2. And that one is high. Chad Knight is batting .600 from the leadoff spot this year. An incredible stat from him. Last year, he was named FCIAC Player of the Year. And gets a piece of that to stay alive. Staples won their last game 2-0 off of the incredible start from Alex Deutsch, a 1-hit shutout against the Tigers. And that one goes high. Count evens out at 2-2. Knight fouls that one off. Count even at 2-2. And the count goes to full. Local time and temperature 4:11, and it's a 65-degree temperature here in Darien. Mostly cloudy, but still a great day for baseball. Payoff pitch. And ripped foul. Once again, the payoff pitch here from Lewis. Just low, and he walks him. Lewis got 2 quick strikes on Knight, but Knight fought back and gained the walk. That'll bring up number 7, the second baseman, Drew Rogers. Knight on first. And that one is low. Knight stealing. And a good throw by Olsen. Just a little off target. And Knight is in there safely. 2-0 the count. And that one is lifted in the left field. And Jack Gordon is there to make the catch. Starting in left field today, normally a center fielder, but he'll take over left fielding duties.
Zach Zobel.
Now batting the right fielder, number 1, Zach Zobel. Knight on second, 1 out for the Wreckers. That one is popped up. And Jack Gordon calls off Henry Williams to make the catch. 2 down here.
Batting cleanup, number 9, designated hitter, Harry Azadian.
The cleanup man for the Wreckers, number 9, Harry Azadian. He will be batting in place of number 11, Ben Chapman, the catcher, who won't get any hitting duties today. And Azadian calls for time. That one back for strike 1. Little known fact about Staples' coach, Jack McFarland, his first game coaching the Wreckers was against Weston, and the home plate umpire was Darien's own athletic director, Chris Manfredonia. Such a small world. Count evens at 1-1 apiece. Strike 2 called. 1-2 the count, 2 outs. Knight at second. Lewis looking to set down Azadian and get out of the inning. Lifted in the right field. And Devin Kippett makes a sliding catch into foul territory. Great catch. And that'll end the first inning. Or excuse me, that'll end the top of the first. Going in to the bottom of the first, 0-0. Darien getting their first chance at the plate. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back in a moment. back on the DAF Media Network. Darien will get their first chance at bat here in the bottom of the first.
Batting first, third
The
baseman,
Wreckers
number
stranded a
7,
man on.
Mac McLean.
They stranded a man on at second base in the top of the first. Chad Knight gets the ball for the Wreckers. Leading off for the Wave, number 7, Mac McLean, playing third base today. First pitch is outside. Mac McLean doing a great job being the leadoff batter, getting on base in each of his last 7 games. Let's see if he can get on base here. And that one is just low. For those of you who don't know, the Wreckers and the Wave faced off against each other in the FCAC finals last year as McLean fouls that one back. As I was saying, the Wreckers and the Wave faced off in the FCAC championship last year, the Wave prevailing. So the Wreckers looking for a little bit of revenge here on Darien's home turf. And that one is outside. 3-1 the count here. And McLean draws the walk. Make that 8 straight games getting on base.
Shortstop, number 11, Henry Williams.
Batting second, number 11, Henry Williams. This will be the first time we get to see Knight and Williams face off against each other. If they play at Duke together, they might be doing a little bit of this in practice, except the reverse role, as Knight is going to Duke to play catcher. An incredible pitcher Knight is, but going to play catcher. So Williams would be pitching, but Williams is coming off of an incredible outing against New Canaan, allowing no runs, complete game shutout, and 13 strikeouts. The count is 1-0 with McLean on first. And Williams swings through strike 1, which will even the count. Another pickoff move there. And McLean will be called out on a good throw by Ben Shatman, a one-hopper. Almost looked like a late jump, or just not a great jump by McLean, and a good throw by Shatman to get him at second. 1-2 the count, 1 out for the Wave. Williams looking to stay alive. Williams fouls that one out of play. And a good breaking ball from Knight. Gets Williams swinging through it.
Right fielder, Devin.
That'll bring up the right fielder, number 2, Devin Kippett. He made an incredible sliding play in foul territory in the top of the first to end the inning. And another breaking ball for strike 1. Goes off speed again, and that one is upstairs for ball 1. Devin Kippett always bringing the swag to the Darien team. Pink arm sleeve, custom DK2 cleats as he fouls that one back. Count is 1-2. And a heater for strike 3. After 1, the score is 0-0. Staples coming up next at the top of the second. We will take a quick break. Be back in a moment. Back here on the DAF Media Network. The score after 1 is 0-0. At the top of the second, number 6, the center fielder, Adam Petro, will lead off for Staples. And strike 1 for Lewis. James Lewis is going to play at Finlandia next year at a D3 school. Hopefully he can continue on his baseball career. Grounder foul. Oh, and 2 the count. And I want to call the ball. 1-2. Inside. Almost nicks him. 2-2. That one is ripped down the line, but foul. 2-2 the count. As I mentioned before, Darien won the SCAC title last year, but they have also won it in 2016, 1981, and 1971. So 4 titles for them. And for Staples, they won it in 2008, 9, and 2011, 3 and 4 years. Foul. In 2017, the Wreckers were the Class Double L state champions in baseball in 2017. That's the only thing this Darien program does not have, a state championship. That one in the left field, but that'll go foul. just high. That'll bring the count to 3-2. Lewis walked the first batter of the last inning. Let's see if we'll do it again. And he does. So that'll put Petro on first as Lewis loses the batter after getting him down
James D'Amico.
1-2. That'll bring up number 3, James D'Amico, the left fielder for Staples. Time is granted. Pickoff move. Petro back in there safely. And the bunt. And that'll go foul. Oh, and 1 the count. Another bunt attempt. Pulled back. But a strike is called anyways. So that'll put the count at 0-2. Pickoff move. No good. As Petro's in there safely once again. And he's off. Could have gotten in there standing up as there was no throw. But he slides in for safety. 1-2 the count. That one grounded the third. And D'Amico will be out at first. Mac McLean throwing it over to Carson Drake.
Now batting number 15, shortstop, Andrew Moy.
Now batting number 15, the shortstop, Andrew Moy. He'll be trying to advance that runner from second to third. And just the ball. Time is called and granted once again. That one, a base hit in the left field. Staples won't send Petro as Gordon gets the ball in quickly. So a single for Moy will put Petro at third.
Now batting third
And the
base,
records are threatening
Chris
with a runner 90 feet away. That put number 2, Chris Veneruso, the third baseman, up to the plate. And pass ball. They won't advance him. Excuse me, they won't advance Petro. As Moy gets in to second on the pass ball. So that'll put runners at second and third for Staples. And Veneruso has a good chance to knock in a couple. Fouls that one back. Just high. 2-1 the count. 2 men on, 1 out. Outside. 3-1. Lewis looking to find the strike zone. That one is low, and that'll load the bases. That'll put the first baseman, number 13, Blake Lawrence, up to the plate. He has a chance to knock in a pair. That one is grounded to third. And Williams doesn't have a play. That'll go as an infield single. Lawrence knocks in 1. And Staples takes the early 1-0 lead.
Leadoff batter, number 27, Chad Knight.
That'll bring the pitcher, Chad Knight, back to the plate, number 27. Chad Knight was part of the Little League World Series team from Wilton. And Mac McLean will throw home for out number 2. Bases are still juiced, and that'll bring number 7, Drew Rogers, second baseman, up to the plate. He'll try to break open this game a little more. That one is low. Ben Olson, the catcher, will take a moment to talk it over with Lewis. Trying to calm him down, trying to give him a little bit of a confidence boost. Foul. One and one the count. 2 outs. Bases are loaded. Lewis trying to work out of the jam with only 1 run given up. While Rogers looking to open the game up. And it hit him. So that one hits Rogers, which will keep the bases loaded. Well, that'll bring in Andrew Moy. So that'll bring number 1, Zach Zobel, up to the plate. High. Excuse me, that brought in Chris Veneruso, not Andrew Moy. He scored the first run of the inning. Excuse me. And time is called as Coach John Michelli will want to talk it over with his pitcher. So we get a good look here at the conference. That camera angle brought to you by Jack Blanky, our camera 1 operator. And after the conference, Lewis finds the strike zone for strike 1. And strike 2 for Lewis. 1-2 the count. 2 outs. Payoff pitch. That one is fouled straight up over the DAF tent and out of play into the woods. Payoff pitch once again. Grounded to McLean. McLean will get the out. Going into the bottom of the second, Staples takes a 2-0 lead off of a couple of RBIs. We will take a short break. We'll be back in a moment. Leading off this inning, number 13, Carson Drake. Ball low. Carson Drake pitched in the Ridgefield Darien game, in the 10-inning game. He had a good performance. Two and 0 the count. That one bounces in there for ball 3. Drake looking for the walk. Won't get it on that pitch, as Knight finds the strike zone once again. Three and 1. And Drake Swing through, strike 2. And Drake draws the walk. That'll put Carson Drake at first. That'll bring up the pitcher, number 40, James Lewis.
Number 40, pitcher, James Lewis.
Ball 1. I am told today there is a Philadelphia Phillies scout in attendance watching the two Duke prospects as that ball bounces away from Chapman, and that'll put Drake at second. And the Wave are threatening to score. Two-0 the count on Lewis. And Knight comes back with a heater of a fastball. And Lewis will foul that one off. Lewis sharply hit the second, and a good play there by the second baseman, Drew Rogers, to scoop that one up.
Now batting pinch hitter, number 20, Glenn Fay.
Pinch hitter Glenn Fay will come to the plate, batting in place of the left fielder, Jack Gordon. Fay will foul that one off. Oh, and 1 the count. And a high strike is called on Glenn Fay, captain. And strike 3. 2 down for the Wave, and that'll bring up the designated hitter today, number 18, Nicky Berganti. He'll try to knock in that run 90 feet away. And a foul tip, strike 1. And that one is stroked foul. Oh, and 2 the count on Berganti. Knight looking to end the inning without sacrificing a run. And a breaking ball just a bit high as the count goes to 1 and 2. And Knight comes back with a heater to catch Berganti off guard. After 2, Darien strands a man at third, and the Wreckers lead 2-0 going in to the top of the third. We'll be right back in a moment. Welcome back to the DAF Media Network, which is a joint venture between the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. After two, the Staples Wreckers lead the Darien Blue Wave 2-0 at the top of the third. Strike one called on number 9, Harry Azadian. Ball one. Ball high, 2-1. Ball grounded to short. Williams gonna make a tough play. And Henry Williams throws across his body for out number 1. A good play there. That'll bring up the center fielder, number 6, Adam Petro.
Batting
0-1 the count here on number 6, Adam Petro. Up the middle for a base hit. I want to give a quick shout out to our production crew, Jack Blanky on camera 1, Sarah Bogdan, our director today, Damian Andrew overseeing the operation, and once again, I'm Ted Brennan calling this game for y'all. Lewis with the pickoff move to no avail. Foul ball by number 3, the left fielder, James D'Amico. And that one is up. 1-1 the count. And Petro's off, swing and a miss, throw down. Williams blocks the ball from going in the outfield. A good move by him. And that'll put Petro at second. Count 1-2, 1 out. As we take a good look there from Jack Blanky, our camera 1 operator. Doing a great job of bringing you that shot. And that one is high. Two and two the count. Grounded to Williams, and Williams gets it over to McLean, and a smart move there. Getting off the lead runner as Petro makes a mistake going to third. So D'Amico will get the first on a fielder's choice. But that'll bring up number 15, Andrew Moy. He scored the first run of the game. Pickoff move,
now batting
not in
number
time.
15, shortstop Andrew Moy.
Want to know? Popped up, right field. And Devin Kippett is under it for out number 3. Going into the bottom of the third, the Records still lead 2-0. We'll take a short break and be back in a moment.
Ben Olsen at the plate, number 14.
Back on the DAF Media Network, Staples Records leading the Darien Blue Wave 2-0 in this varsity boys baseball matchup. Strike 1 on the catcher, Ben Olsen, number 14. Ben is a big body behind the plate, doing a great job blocking everything and anything that comes his way. And he swings through, strike 2. Olsen looking to get something started. Fouls that one off after choking up on the bat. And Olsen will chop that one back. Foul. Oh, and 2. And a called strike 3 on Olsen.
Now batting second baseman, number 5, Alex Stevens.
Now batting the second baseman, the lefty, number 5, Alex Stevens. And a ball low. Local time and temperature, 5 p.m., 65 degrees, mostly cloudy here at DHS. That one inside.
If it starts raining, we're all gonna have an issue.
2-1. That one foul. And strike 3. Stevens swinging through it. That'll bring up the top of the lineup, Mac McLean, number 7. Mac McLean playing third base today. He plays all around the diamond. And a breaking ball low. McLean looking for a 2-out rally starter here. And chopped foul, and that'll hit Williams. And Williams is down. We'll take a quick break, and hopefully Henry Williams will be all right. So Henry Williams is upstanding, which, if you're the Williams family, is a good sign. Hopefully he's all right. And McLean will foul that one off. 1 and 2, 2 outs here for the Blue Wave. Henry Williams was hit with a foul ball, and he was able to get up under his own power. He's chilling in the dugout as of right now. If McLean gets up, we'll see if he'll hit. And McLean swings on that curveball into center field, and the 2-out rally begins now for the Wave.
Shortstop, number 11, Henry Williams.
That'll bring the shortstop, Henry Williams, up to the plate after getting hit in the batter's circle as the pickoff move by Knight to no avail. A Duke versus Duke matchup here, as the pickoff move on McLean is no good. And Williams swings through strike one. Pickoff move once again, no good. And dropped by Chapman. A little inside as McLean will go to second. And if you're Darien, Henry Williams is the player you want to have up. Always driving in runs. This Darien offense. One run is 120 feet away for the Wave. And that one is low. 1 and 2. And Williams will foul that one back. And a curveball. Williams chops at it, and Knight will put it away. Darien strands another runner on, leaving them down 2-0 going in the top of the fourth. We'll see you in a moment. Back on the DAF Media Network, bringing you Varsity Boys Baseball. The Staples Records lead Darien 2-0 at the top of the fourth. Number 2, Chris Veneruso will lead off for the Wreckers. And that one bounces out of McLean's glove. And Veneruso will go into first.
Now batting first baseman Blake Lawrence, number 13.
Blake Lawrence, the first baseman, will bat. And Staples going to change up some runners here. They'll put in number 21, as we don't have numbered rosters here. CIAC did not provide numbered rosters for Staples. So number 21 will run for number 2, Chris Veneruso. And strike 1 on the swing. Fouled back. Oh, and 2 on 13, Blake Lawrence. Pickoff move on number 21, Kevin Rabox. We finally got that update. Kevin Rabox is number 21. He's on first. And strike 3. Raybacks, excuse me. Some fun pronunciations today. That'll bring up number 27, the pitcher, Chad Knight. Chad Knight, a 4-year varsity athlete for Staples, as that one's a little low. He's been playing under Jack McFarland for 4 years now. And Jack McFarland, in 2009, won the SEAC Coach of the Year after winning the SEAC Championship. Ball 2. 2-0 the count. Fouled back. 2-1 the count. Pickoff move does not work. And strike 3 called. Or excuse me, strike 2 called. 2-2. Runner's going. That one lifted into left field. But that'll go foul. Pickoff move but Raybacks in there safely. That one's high. 3-2, full count. Runner goes, fouled back out of play. Three, 2 the count, 1 out, runner at first. Runner goes. That one is lifted in the left field. Going back. Faye makes the catch. That'll put Raybacks back at first with 2 down. That'll bring up number 7, Drew Rogers, second baseman, up to the plate.
Second baseman Drew Rogers.
First pitch high. And that's a strike. One on one the count. And he's safe. Darien Faithful really wanting that one. Almost looked like Raybacks was gonna steal, and Lewis hits him with the pickoff. Very, very close play, but the umpire rules safe. And Raybacks goes. Ball. And Raybacks will stay at second after the pass. Ball, 2-1. Take a look here at Raybacks at second. Good camera angle from camera 1, Jack Blanky. And that one has hit the Williams, and Williams will make the play. Going into the bottom of the fourth, Staples leads it 2-0 after stranding a man on second. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back in a jiff. Number 2, Devin Kippett coming up for the Wave, facing off against Chad Nike for the second time today. And strike 1 called. And strike 2. Chad Knight having a great outing so far. Only a couple base runners so far and no runs. And Knight goes back to the curveball. But no go. 1-2 the count. And that ball's foul. Almost hits Drake. That would have been the second Darien batter in the batter's box hit. One and two. And that one is high and outside. That one is chopped to second. And on the first base, Drew Rogers will make the play. He'll whip it over to Blake Lawrence for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up number 13, Carson Drake. Carson Drake, only a freshman. He's got 4 more years left to develop in this program. Strike 1. And Drake will hit that one up the middle for a base hit. Joining me now is my good buddy Peter McLean, jumping on with us after some golf practice.
Yeah, one thing to another.
Student athlete right here. That'll bring up number 40, James Lewis. Lewis will...
Swings out of his shoes.
Big swing. Lewis having a pretty good day so far. Second inning was a little shaky, but he's bounced back nicely in the third and fourth. Pickoff move. No good. And that's a ball. One and one the count, 1 out, 1 runner on, one's all the way around the board. And Lewis will hit that right to center field as Adam Petro will settle under that one.
That's been his season all year. He's been making good contact, and not just him, the entire team. They've been making good contact. It's just been going right to where the fielders are.
So that'll bring up number 20, Glenn Fay. And Fay will hit that one out. That'll go right to Zach Zobel, the right fielder. After 4, the Wreckers still lead 2-0. And we'll be back with the 5th in a moment. Number 7, Mac McLean will be pitching for the Wave here, replacing James Lewis. Number 1, Zach Zobel, the right fielder, fouls that one off. Or actually, no. That one went all the way over the fence.
Mac McLean getting rocked right out of the gate.
First pitch, home run.
It's just a great start for Mac right there.
We couldn't really see it. I thought
Yeah.
it went foul,
I thought it was well foul.
but Zach Zobel hitting a home run.
It's a way to start an inning.
Number 9, designated hitter.
Mac was having some discussion with the catcher, Ben Olson, after that. Maybe a pitch selection or something.
So Mac McLean comes in and gets rocked.
Not usually a pitcher who lets up a lot of fly balls. He's usually getting hitters to keep the ball low and on the ground.
That'll bring up number 9, Harry Azadian, DHing today. For James Lewis. James Lewis shifted over to the third after Mac took the mound. And a curveball gets Azadian swinging through it, 0-2.
Yeah. Mac looking to rebound after that rocky start.
It looked like a good pitch, but
It did. First pitch, home run.
as that one is low as he tries to come back with another curveball. But it was just good at bat by Zobel, like the first pitch he saw. It was swinging.
It's the best way to attack a pitcher. Swing at the first pitch. Rattle him a bit.
And 2-2.
Mac's usually a pretty composed pitcher. I would not be surprised if he rebounded pretty strong after that. It's one of his strengths, being able to recover.
Okay, Peter.
Not biased at all.
And another curveball as Olson tries to save that one. So 3-2 count, no outs after the home run from Zobel. I think it's the first home run I've seen on this field. No,
Ben Olson almost hit one earlier in the year. It hit off the top of the fence, actually.
Harry Azadian rips one past James Lewis. That'll go as a single.
And then the tallies of home run. Carson Drake actually almost hit the pavilion in the Danbury game.
Wow,
One of his first varsity at-bats, just skied it right over the center field fence.
incredible. That'll bring up number 6, Adam Petro.
And it looks like we're going to have a pinch runner.
So number 14 will come in for the Records. He'll be running in place of number 9, Harry Azadian. Darien down 3-0. Staples with a runner on first, looking to open this game up even more.
Yeah, it was from the start. This was going to be a low-scoring game. Two great pitchers on both teams. Wouldn't
Ball
be
one.
surprised if this game didn't get much above 3.
Benjamin Lewis at first base. He's number 14. And that one is strike 1. And the runner goes. No throw from Olson.
Disagree with his judgment.
1-2. And that one is fouled off from Petro.
A lot of balls are lost at Darien High School in those woods.
You know, if we went searching, we'd probably find, what, 1 million balls?
They'd all be waterlogged, though.
2-2.
Some discussion on whatever the count is. The umpire seems to be struggling with it.
So Mac McLean looking to get a strikeout here, or just any out. And that one is low.
Mac just looking to get into some sort of a groove here. Let up the first pitch home run. Just trying to start something.
Henry Williams is unable to pitch as he pitched a complete game shutout on Friday versus the Rams of New Canaan. And strike 3 is called.
That was a
Or a swing.
very
Swung
well pitched game by Henry. New Canaan hit some shots that were just caught. He was able to stay composed and manage it through a very bitter rivalry, to say the least.
Second last hit off of Williams just went right into the glove. Second last at batter, I should say, as strike 1 is called on number 3, James D'Amico. Peter, glad to have you with us today.
It's great to be here, Ted. Showing up slightly tardy, but
And strike 2. Better late than never, Peter.
yeah.
It's definitely a little tough to call a baseball game with one, as I'm sure there were many,
Yeah.
many silences. But that's behind us now, as that one is fouled out of play.
Chopper just behind the seats.
Come back.
Number 14, Benjamin Lewis is on second. Number 3, James D'Amico up, down 0-2. And he fouls that one back.
Into a little fight here.
McLean looking for the out here.
Yeah, really anything to... Got the last guy looking to just get another onto the board here.
That one is low and outside.
Still a good pitch. You're up 0-2. He's been fouling off a few pitches. Try to get him to chase one. Not a bad pitch.
Ended up being a good waste pitch, if anything.
Yeah, I mean, he's swinging to protect. You can see him choking up on the bat pretty significantly.
And a curveball is hit right to Williams on a knee. Tries to double him up, but
Not to be.
no avail.
Great play by Henry over there. Quick reaction. Drops onto the knee.
Now batting
Makes a
number
nice play.
15,
Henry
shortstop,
Williams got hit by the ball earlier today in the batter's box by none other than Mac McLean, but it doesn't seem to be affecting him now. Curveball, called ball 1. On number 15, Andrew Moy. He scored the first run of the game on an RBI single. And that one is grounded to Williams. It's going to be a tough play, but
No play at all.
smart play hanging on to the ball instead of trying to force it over.
Yeah, James slid over there to try to make the play and then eventually gave it to Henry. Henry didn't have the time to get it over to first, and James wasn't at the bag, so infield single.
Number 2, Chris Veneruso
So,
will come up to the plate.
He's actually the cousin of Nicky Briganti on the Darien team.
Which would also make him the cousin of Andre
Briganti,
Briganti.
who is also on the Darien team.
This rivalry runs deep between each team.
Yeah,
As
that
ball 1 is called.
all the way back, there's always been a special place in the Staples game that Nicky's always looked forward to.
Not only do we have family connections, as I mentioned before, as Moy takes off on strike 1, Henry Williams and Chad Knight will go to Duke together, probably face off against each other in practice, or maybe even get to play a little bit as Knight is going up as a catcher. So maybe
maybe a little battery there.
they might develop a good pitcher-catcher connection as the count goes to 2-1.
It's going to be advantageous to Henry and Chad, although they've been bitter enemies for the last 4 years. At least you know the guy.
Familiar face on campus.
Yeah.
As that's a foul ball. As that was going to be a little chopper back to the mound.
Yeah.
Tough break for the Wave on that one. Needing to get out of this inning.
Yeah, if they, once they get out of this, they really got to get something going. Like it reminds me a lot of the McMahon game that we did, a low-scoring affair that just that could be blown open at really any minute.
Twos all around. 2 at the plate, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 men on.
And only 2 hits for Darien.
Exactly. And that one is outside. In the McMahon game, it was very, very close until McMahon had a 5-run sixth, or a 5-run
fifth or sixth
inning
Uh,
that broke the game wide open, leading to a McMahon 6-0 or 6-2 win.
One of Darien's biggest problems this year has been, as he fouls one's back. When they get down, they've struggled to come back into games. There's been a lot of games where they've only had 2, 3, or 4 hits. Even the New Canaan game, which they won, that was only a 1-run ball game that very, very easily could have been blown wide open by New Canaan. They've struggled with the bats at times this season, but then also had games where they've put up mercy teams like Greenwich comes to mind.
And Kibbitt will settle under that. He's been catching some fly balls today. So after the home run by Zach Zobel to lead off the inning, Staples takes the 3-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the 6th, where Darien will try to get the bats going. Bottom of the 5th, excuse me. Designated hitter number 18, Nicky Briganti, will step in for the Wave. Chad Knight still going for Staples. He's had a great day today, only allowing 2 hits.
Yeah.
So over 4 innings of work so far, no runs. As Briganti will hit it to third.
Actually grounds out to his cousin there.
Grounds out to his cousin. And next time they see each other, that'll be something they'll talk about.
Yeah.
Nicky, remember the time I threw you out in that game? So the upper hand goes to Veneruso.
Yeah, no. I got to think Staples still has fighting about that FCAC championship last year. That was quite the game when Darien knocked off Staples. They came back from, I believe, 3 runs twice in that game.
Number 14, the catcher Ben Olson looks at strike 1, the heater from Knight.
Ben came out really hot in the beginning of the year and has kind of started to struggle since. He's been working on his swing to an extent, just trying to get back into the groove he started the year off in.
1-1 the count. And he'll foul that one.
And it looks like Tim Bellingham is warming up in the Darien bullpen. Might see some relief if this game gets out of hand to save Mac.
As we mentioned, Mac McLean first pitch home run. As that ball bounces in for ball 2, 2-2 the count.
Darien's really got to get something going here.
And Ben Olson strikes out for the 2nd time today.
Yeah, he's just struggled with the bat hopefully he'll find it back in the next week or two in time for FCAC. But like I was saying, Darienne's really got to get something started. You're into the bottom of the 5th. You got 2 more at-bats left, and it's really similar to the McMahon game where we were saying they had to get back in it, and they couldn't.
Strike one on Alex Stevens. Darien is at 11-5 right now, so losing in an FCAC matchup will not help them.
Yeah, I believe they've clinched a spot in the FCAC playoff. 9 FCAC wins at this point, I believe, 2 non-conference. So I think with tie breaks and who they beat, and just based off how the FCAC's lining up, they're in for sure this year. But these games matter a lot. Still fighting for hopefully a home round first advantage, or even just a higher seeding. One thing that a lot of people don't realize is in FCAC, if you're the higher seed, you actually get to choose if you have the early game or the late game. Which I know Darien really likes these early games, being able to come right out of school, play, and get home. So that's something they're still definitely fighting for these spots in FCAC.
2-2 on Stevens after he swings through strike 2. Positioning is key. Home field advantage can be key as the home crowd can get into opposing players' heads as Stevens swings through strike 3. After 5, Staples leads it 3-0.
Didio. Pinch hitting.
Mark Didio, number 10.
So Tim Bellingham entering the game in relief for Mac McLean, who has moved to second.
Mac McLean moved to second, taking the spot of Alex Stevens.
Yeah, Tim's got a 4-seam, a 2-seam, changeup, and a curveball, and the 4-seam and the 2-seam can sometimes turn into more of a cutter. He's on the team as a pitcher only this year. Hasn't gotten too much action, but has appeared in a few games.
Pretty sure Tim Bellingham pitched in the Ludlow game.
He did get in at the end of the Ludlow game, I believe.
And Didio will lift that one into center field where Sears will make the catch. Sears,
Aaron makes the catch. Sorry, that's my mistake.
Sears not batting today. That's
Yeah.
what I was going to say.
I forgot. Tim actually started the Ludlow game. 4 runs, 3 of them earned. Pitched well considering how good Ludlow is this year.
Calling this man's name all night, Chad Knight. Excuse my pun there.
Wow, Ted.
It's awful. I know.
Well, actually, last year in Darien played Staples in a week where they had 5 games in 5 days, and Tim was called up from JV, and he actually struck out Chad Knight last time they played each other. So he's one up on Chad right now as he plunks him.
Plunks him in the head. So hopefully Knight's all right. I mean, that's what the helmet's for.
Staples not going to be happy that they plunked their pitcher in the back. It's not going to look good.
So that'll bring up number 7, Drew Rogers. He's made a couple plays at second base today. Knight on first. And that one will go foul. Knight was actually the first base runner of the game as Lewis walked him after gaining 2 quick strikes on him.
Yeah.
Drew Rogers is able to move him to second. Let's see if he can get him home this time.
Yeah, one thing this Darien team has that's probably the greatest similarity between them and last year is they don't have much pitching depth. They have 3 senior starters who have been able to carry most of the workload. And then Rob, Tim, and Trace have all pitched well. But outside of those 6 guys, they really haven't had anyone. So you can imagine if they get into a extra inning game and FCAC then have to come out the next day, that could really be a challenge for them.
2-1 the count. As you mentioned, Rob McMullen, Tim Bellingham, and Trace Florio all covering a little bit of the pitching duties. It's the pickoff move is to no avail.
Trace is actually a sophomore. Yeah.
He's been doing well for a sophomore.
Yeah, no, he's made 2 appearances and pitched very well in both of them.
He started in the original game that me and Trey Cahill called.
Yeah, that was quite the game.
A 10-inning thriller, and James Lewis with the walk-off error.
Yeah, came by for the end of that. That was quite a game to watch.
Incredible game, and Trace had a nice outing. He was around 5 2/3 innings of work. I think about 1 earned run.
Yeah, he definitely overwhelmed the coaches with his performance.
3-2 the count now on Rogers. Rogers looking to draw the walk. As that one is lifted into left center, and Glenn Fay will settle under it for out number 2. I'm going to give a quick shout out to our production crew, Jack Blanky, camera 1, Peter McLean, my color commentator, Damon Andrew overseeing the operation, and the number 1 and the biggest Glenn Fay fan, Sarah Bogdan, our director. That'll bring up number 1, Zach Zobel. Ball 1.
Tim looking to get another out and get out of this inning and just give his team another chance at the plate and try to put in the effort that they can get something going.
And Ben Olsen, no throw. Might have mishandled the ball.
Yeah,
Kind of came up, fumbled around, but smart decision not to throw.
Olsen's been kind of tentative behind the plate with throwing the ball. Not sure why, but there's been a few instances where he either fumbled it or just decided not to throw down, but I guess you'd rather have that than a bad throw.
1-2, and Zobel not happy about that. He was the one who hit the home run off of Mac McLean. But as you were saying, Ben Olsen, before he came here, he had a nice couple of throws, nice couple of darts, just a little slow. As 2-2 the count.
It's just been kind of tentative throwing the ball behind the plate.
2-2 the count, 2 out, man on second. And that one is outside, which will bring the count to full.
It's a big pitch right here. If Tim Bellingham can get an out with this, that would be huge for the momentum, get out of what could be slowly turning into a jam.
And that one is lifted to center field. And Aaron Sears will put that one away. Going into the bottom of the 6th, Staples still has the advantage 3-0 as they strand a runner on at second. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back in a moment. Mac McLean coming up to the plate now, number 7.
Just trying to get something going, top of the order, maybe start something here in the bottom of the 6th.
Mac McLean has pretty much played all around the infield today, just missing shortstop and first base.
Yeah, he's a multi-use player.
He, of course, 1 pitch, 1 home run. As that one is a ball from Chad Knight. 5 innings of work so far, looking to go 6.
Yeah. One thing Max started to do better on is attacking the first pitch. There you see him take it, but New Canaan, he had a triple right out of the gate on the first pitch, and he started to attack the ball more and more.
Lofted in the right field, and Zach Zobel gets another one up on him as he hit the home run off of him, and he'll make the first out. Chad Knight, I mentioned this before you were here, but Chad Knight, he was one of the kids from Wilton who went to the Little League World Series.
Yeah, when Westport made their run, he played a big part in that too.
That'll be number 11. Or number 11 will come up, Henry Williams.
Got a little Duke versus Duke action here.
Yes, once again, a little Duke versus Duke action. You know, it'd be really cool if Chad Knight and Henry Williams played at Duke for a year and they helped go to the College World Series.
Yeah, especially if that was a pitch and catcher duel. 2 kids from the same state. Quite a story.
That would be something fun to see. We will keep tabs of their college careers.
Darien, they're really starting to run out of outs. 5 left in the game. They really got to start something soon if they want any chance.
2 and 1, 1 out.
It's a big at-bat by Henry. Devin Kippett on deck. Really a chance to get something going with the top of your order.
Darien almost looking a little tentative to take the bats off their shoulders. And as you mentioned, 5 outs to work with, and you don't want to keep those bats on your shoulder.
Yeah. Chad's been pitching really well, and they just really got to get something going soon.
And Henry Williams.
It's a fly ball line drive right at the dugout.
Maybe a wake-up call.
Trying to wake up the bench. Bench has been pretty quiet today. Surprising from Darien. Quiet on their standards, at least.
And Williams will chop another one foul.
Nice play by Mac McLean over there, fielding the ground ball.
Just another infield drill.
Yeah.
Got to get those reps in, no matter what it takes. And that one is fouled back. Very few seniors on this team are going to college to continue on their baseball careers.
Henry's going. Devin Kippett is actually going on a full ride scholarship to New York Institute of Technology, I believe. He'll be playing baseball there and getting his master's degree in 5 years.
Full ride from Devin Kiffin. That is something you don't hear every day.
Yeah, no.
So as we were saying, Henry Williams, of course, going to Duke and a nice play by Zach Zobel. My goodness, Zach Zobel. Can we say his name any more times today?
Yeah, hitting, fielding, doing it all. And that's a big out for Staples right there. If that gets down, that's a single, or maybe if it gets by extra bases, and that really could be the spark Darien needed. Nice play by Zobel out there.
That'll bring up number 2, Devin Kiffin. We were just talking about him getting that full ride. Henry Williams going to Duke, and James Lewis going to Finlandia.
Yeah.
And I don't believe there's much more off of that Darien team or off of that senior squad going to play.
Yeah, Devin was really excited because he's a kid who really values his education. So being able to get his degree in 5 years was a big thing for him.
And Blake Lawrence will walk over to first and put it away. Going into the top of the 7th, Staples leads 3-0. Darien's got to get something going in their half. See you in a minute. Leading off for the Staples Wreckers, number 9, Harry Azadian, DHing. Strike 1 from Tim Bellingham, who's coming in for a relief. He had a good half of the 6th inning.
Yeah, you got to think if he can hold down the fort, he's exceeding expectations.
And a foul tip or a swing through, something there. But a strike is a strike, and that's strike 2. And that one is a little low and inside.
A little off speed, probably his curveball there. He's trying to mix it up.
As I was mentioning before the commercial break, only about 3 Darien seniors going on to play baseball, at least.
It's out of play.
Glenn Fay, I believe, is going to Clemson. And
Yeah, Mac McLean's going to Virginia.
very good school.
Yeah.
Connor Fay,
Will be
moved into a managerial role, but
he will be
he's going to West Point to play football.
football or rugby. He was a big part of this rugby program here at Darien.
Out number 1 comes off of a called strike on Harry Azadian. Number 6, Adam Petro. Strike 1. And that is inside for ball 1.
Little back off pitch there by Tim. Keep him off the plate. Down 2-1 on the count now.
Strike 2, swinging. Bellingham doing a good job so far. And that one into left field.
Deep single for Harry Azad. I can't say that.
Azadian.
Azadian.
There it is.
That's my fault.
So deep single there by Azadian.
Left fielder James D'Amico
That'll
at
bring
the
the
plate.
left fielder James D'Amico up to the plate.
Yeah.
Really two opposite sides of the field. Staples hitting more to Devin Kippett and not so much to Glenn Fay. And here's the double play. McLean, Williams, Drake to end the inning. Peter, I'm sorry I cut you off there, but
I was going to say, I was about to point out, Henry's playing really double play depth there, taking steps over, and it worked out for him.
the double play 4-6-3 ends the inning. And Darien's got 3 outs to work with to get 3 runs. We'll be back in a moment. Chad Knight still on the mound for the Wreckers. That'll bring up number 13, Carson Drake, the first baseman. Chad Knight looking for a complete game.
Carson looking to do what he did against Danbury, knock one out to the pavilion and get something going.
Strike one. Fastball, heater. Chad Knight's got a great heater.
He's just a really talented pitcher. Same with Henry. As we've said plenty of times, they're both going to be going to Duke. Interesting windup from Chad. Unorthodox.
Strike two. I believe there are 12 seniors going to Duke. There, 12 seniors will be enrolled as freshmen at Duke next semester. And I believe, and that's a ball, I believe about 7 or 8 are committed as pitchers.
Really, wow. It's going to be definitely, I think that's one of the reasons Chad was talking about. He moved to catching. I think it was just to get as much playing time as he could at Duke.
And a strike three foul tip will be the first out. Darienne's got 2 outs to work with here in the bottom of the 7th. James Lewis, the hero of the Ridgefield game.
Trying to get something going here. Start
Yeah.
a crazy 7th inning rally.
But as you were saying, Peter, that's why Chad Knight moved
Although
as strike one.
Duke does have a really good catcher this year. He might be a senior in Jack Lebowski. He's been big for them up at Duke.
You know what's really funny is that I was reading some Duke bios this morning as that one rolls shortstop from a knee, gets Blake Lawrence to jump. It was a great play by the shortstop, Andrew Moy, from his knee, just a little high.
So that's a hard play to make, going across and having to throw across the diamond. That would have been a really impressive play should he have been able to make it.
Number 20, Glenn Fay, will come to the plate. But as I was saying, I was reading the Duke bio, and Henry Williams actually got the comparison to Jack Lebowski
Yeah.
in his size and his wind-up, as that's strike one.
Yeah, Jack's been good for them. Duke had a few players go or get drafted. I can't think of their names off the top of my head, but I know one's with the Tigers in their minor league program.
Man on first for the Wave with Glenn Fay up to the plate. 0-1 the count, 1 out.
Yeah, Duke's been turning into a powerhouse of a program down there in Durham. Knocked off Texas Tech in the first round of the College World Series last year. Looking to just head back to that and keep up the really great team they've had.
And that's a little low, 2-1.
Henry and Chad are going to be big additions in the helping of that. They could very well make an immediate impact just as freshmen.
Henry Williams is actually one of the few right-handed pitchers going to Duke.
Yeah,
they have
they've-
a string of lefties coming in.
Yeah.
That's popped. And that's out of play.
2-2 count, 1 out, runner on first. This could be a big spot, but it also double play here ends the game, so you gotta be careful on where you put the ball.
Glenn Fay looking to stay alive here.
Chad Knight throws over to first.
Lewis trying to tempt him. See how good that pickoff move is, and his pickoff move has been pretty much impeccable. Not getting his first baseman Lawrence to move all that much.
Also, James just trying to get him, maybe get an overthrow. Any way you can really advance a runner here.
And that one will slice foul down the right field line.
Now it's the second ball Glenn's put over to the right field line. I would expect the right field to start to shade over and cover that line.
2-2 still the count. Big pitch here. That one is chopped to first. Just
Another
foul.
ball.
Glenn Fay doing everything he can to stay alive.
Yeah, senior captain just trying to get something going. Glenn Fay has been huge in the outfield for Darien this year. There's been some fluctuation in the outfield, but Glenn's really stayed constant out and left.
Jack Gordon actually started today, and over the first, and close play, a bang-bang play, but Glenn Fay will be retired on a nice little move. Chad Knight getting off of that mound.
Moves James to second, but leaves Darien with their final out with Nicky Briganti up.
Nicky Berganti. Darien is on life support as of right now.
Yeah, Nicky just trying to get an extra base hit or really anything to keep this game going. Maybe get a run in and start something.
Strike one. Nicky Berganti, he's been pretty low in the count. He's been 0-2, 1-2.
He's really struggled all season to get on base, but he is a weapon when he does. One of the, if not the fastest player on this team.
Nicky Berganti swings at a little bit of a high cheese ball right there. And that'll bring the count to 0-2.
He's also one of the most competitive players on this team, so you can see it in his swing there. Really wants to drive a ball. Aggressive swings.
He'll foul that one back. Chad Knight looking for the complete game.
Complete game shutout, too. Only if he gets Nicky out, it would be a 3-hitter.
Incredible from Chad Knight. I believe Chad Knight the other day, I think he had a one-run game or a shutout, and Nicky Berganti swings high on strike 3, and that'll end the game. Chad Knight with a 3-hit shutout, complete game.
Quite a game. Talented pitcher right there.
Just an incredible performance from Chad Knight. So Darien, after beating New Canaan, falls back in the losing column, and they'll drop this one 3-0.
And it's really not that bad of a game. With 3 runs, Staples played really well defensively. They were defensively sound. Pitching from Chad Knight, great throughout the whole game. 3 runs again, only allowing 3 runs against a Staples team, which has been mercying teams what seems to be game in and game out. Really isn't a bad performance whatsoever. They definitely, this game could have been a lot worse than it was, just with how talented this Staples team is this year.
I mean, things just weren't falling for the Wave. I mean, you had plays out in right field and left field, center fielders, everyone just diving for balls, and we've been saying it all year. Leaving runners on base is just killing the Wave.
Yeah, leaving runners on base, they get down in the count. They're down to an 0-2. And then they get these surges with 2 outs in first and second and third, runners in scoring position. Then just a fly ball out to the outfield, which just kills the whole thing. We talk about in baseball using productive outs. So when you fly out to the center fielder, at least being able to get a run tagging somewhere. Darien hasn't been able to get those productive outs because there's been 2 outs whenever that situation occurs.
So Staples will take the 3-0 lead off of the complete game shutout from Chad Knight. I'm going to give one more quick shout out to our production crew today. Jack Blanky doing a great job on our camera 1. Sarah Bogdan, our director today. Peter McLean to my right, helping me color commentate the last 3 innings of this game. Damon Andrew overseeing all of this. All of this is DAF Media Network, which is a joint venture between the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. I'm Ted Brennan signing off from DAF Media. Join us next time.